it's Alison from Qualitas. I hope you're all having a great day wherever you are in the world. A few weeks ago I wrote an article on counterfeit and suspect item awareness. So we were basically talking about materials and products that have been ordered and obtained, procured from suppliers and are found to be counterfeit when they've found on site to have been installed, and they're not the genuine item. So it's like these fake bags that you have, like Louis Vuitton bags, for example, that look exactly the same and are probably produced in a very similar factory nearby, actually. They have all the same characteristics, but they don't last very long. They're not the genuine article. And this is happening in construction a lot and manufacturing, where items do look and almost feel the same, but their characteristics and the makeup of those products are very, very different. And also the quality and testing of those products is different too. So for genuine items, they usually go through a stringent testing regime before they're released out into the public. But for these counterfeit items, there's probably very limited even inspections and testing for those equipments, and they still come through and get released out into the marketplace. The reason why I'm bringing this up again today is I was reading an article earlier about the coronavirus, and many countries are obviously in a panic to buy testing equipment, masks, PPE, gloves and everything else to cope with this new virus that's come upon us. And it was found in the Netherlands that over 600,000 masks that had been ordered, and they actually came from China, were actually fake. And they're supposed to actually, these filters in the mask itself are supposed to stop 95% of air particles coming through. And the actual filters were missing from the masks. Some of the filters were missing. And some of the masks didn't actually fit onto the face properly. They were like the wrong shape or the wrong size. And then I also read that in Spain, 50,000 tests that had been ordered. So these are detections of the coronavirus to say whether you're positive or negative, were coming out with false readings. They actually said you were negative when these candidates were actually positive. So those had to be sent back. And then an unspecified number in Turkey of antibody, some kind of antibody that was they needed in the medical facilities, were also not accurate. It just shows you that even in the middle of this crisis, there's unscrupulous companies who are still willing to manufacture and send critical medical equipment in the middle of this virus that are fake goods just to make some money. I mean, it's scary to even think about. So now if you think about your construction site and manufacturing facility, especially if you need to order materials at short notice and you try to obtain them from a different supplier that you don't usually use, how many materials are on our sites that are actually counterfeit and fake items? It's quite a scary thought. So I really want to set the challenge to you today to use this week as your procurement. I'd like to set each week maybe a different area of the business that we can look at to make improvements. So this first one is the materials, the procurement and supply chain. Where are your materials coming from? Who's your supplier? How are you verifying them when they get them on site? How are you preventing those materials from being installed and stopping any counterfeit items coming to your sites? And are your staff trained? Are they aware of actually what they're looking at? Because a lot of times we have inspectors on site who kind of believe that inspecting on site means checking the quantity of the materials and just checking that they match the order. But it's much, much more than that. Almost like the police standing there and detecting out, looking at the certificate of conformity. Some of these materials that are coming, as I said earlier, are coming with actual certificates of conformity that do look genuine Some even have receipts of where they came from to make it look very genuine. I saw that recently with somebody had a counterfeit bag, and it had all of this invoice and credit card number and receipt, and everything came with it. So they tried to make them look as professional as possible. So it is very, very difficult to detect. So have a look and see what mechanisms do you have in place for this area of your business, and let me know down below. Please write your procedure down below, or your comments about what you have for your company. I'm thinking of running a webinar on this, so I can go through and help you to have a look at what mechanisms you can put in place and where they are in your business. If you're interested in the webinar, please just drop "I'm interested in a webinar" down below in the comments, and if we get enough people, then I'll run a webinar on the subject. I hope this has been helpful for you today. Keep vigilant, keep safe, keep social distancing, and hopefully we'll be out of our houses very soon. Okay, have a great day. Thank you for watching.